Replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Porter against DiVincenzo. Back to Porter. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Off on the layup. Now here's Edwards. He's defended by Merrill. Edwards passes to McDaniels. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And it's Porter with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Conley gets the bucket.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
And so it's Minnesota with it, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
It just seems like the defense wasn't interested. They got away with one.
They've got Jared Allen. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Garland. Then there's Wade. And it's Merrill in at the three. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Conley against Wade. Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
Few guys read the game like Conley.
Cavaliers trailing. Mitchell outside. Mitchell gets it inside. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, guys. Jared Allen has an inquisitive nature. Whether it's cooking, gardening, reading, or basketball, he's a sponge. Allen said, quote, "I love going through life, seeing things and learning about it no matter what it is. It's just trying to improve my skill set in anything and enjoy it." Guys, back to you.
He's got that curiosity. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. So, Richard, let's give him some credit. Jared Allen has turned himself into a more complete player, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's not just a floor spacer, but he does everything else at an elite level. Very efficient. Doesn't make a ton of mistakes that will beat you.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You take a look at the Cavaliers. They're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins.
Well, right now for the Cavaliers, they're not in a good place right now as a ball club. After the success of last season, they were expecting bigger and better things this year.
And it's the exact opposite has happened. The chemistry has been off. They haven't been able to maintain momentum. A very disjointed season for them up until this point.
Ingles up top. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's tipped. Ball with a wide-open look. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Tyson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Cavs.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Ball down the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Miller outside. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Conley finds Reed. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. And you think of the great shot creators. Richard, how underrated is footwork to what they do?
No, it's very underrated. It's not just big men. You look at guys like Jalen Brunson, Kyrie Irving, even going back to Kobe Bryant. Great footwork will always enable you to get off your shot.
Dillingham, no good. The Cavaliers leading. Merrill passes to Mobley. Miller outside. Beyond the arc. Dillingham, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Timberwolves have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Mobley. DiVincenzo can't hit it. For Cleveland, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. There's 5 for 9. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's cash. Mitchell is a volume three-point shooter for a reason now.
And great when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
On the wing, Mitchell. Over Edwards. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. And McDaniels, here we go. Gobert finds Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Mobley outside. Back to Garland. Here's the break. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Gobert. McDaniels outside. And finished off by McDaniel.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
Here's Mobley, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Minnesota on top. Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hello, folks. As you look at the Timberwolves, they've stayed in the mix. A few people predicted they might regress. Clearly, that hasn't been the case. They continue to...
And, guys, let's talk now about that first half from Minnesota there in a tight...
The front office made...
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. The big men on the floor for him, Randle and Gobert. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And it's Hunter with the jam.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
Here's Randall, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Greg, last season, the Cavaliers with 64 wins. That's the third most in franchise history.
But crushing disappointment, then losing in the second round. They knew they'd be criticized and acknowledged they need to be tougher mentally.
Stolen by Garland. Now Cleveland moving it up. Pass to Wade. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. DeAndre Hunter at 3rd.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavered.
Evan Mobley's checked in for Jared Allen. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's quick off the floor. He's got a 7'4" wingspan. Look, this man finishes the way he was built.
Reed with a screen on Garland. Reed gets to Conley. Takes it off the glass. Conley's got 8 points.
He took it right to the rack, and look, there's no one that can stop him.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. We look forward to working with someone like that. Back to you, Kevin.
Hasn't bought in. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Conley. Mobley with the block.
So this is why you gotta be excited about Mobley. Already a special and versatile defender.
McDaniels on the wing. He's defended by Merrill.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And McDaniels with the block. Out on his own on the break. DiVincenzo finds Randall. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Mitchell passes to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Making it look easy. Mobley using that size at the rim.
Mitchell against DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Mitchell. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. DiVincenzo kicks to Randall. Just 5 on the clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Mobley.
You know, one thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
A different look now for Cleveland. Nance comes in for Evan Mobley. And Porter subbed in for Mitchell. And Richard, the best record in the Eastern Conference last season. But the Cavaliers facing payroll concerns coming into this year.
The largest tax penalty in franchise history, blowing past both aprons, and the Cavaliers with 3 All-Stars last season, but trying to keep the band together.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. And finished off by Gobert.
And good luck keeping Gobert off the boards. He has a tremendous nose for the ball.
Nance outside. Porter against DiVincenzo. Gobert with the block. Now here's Randall. Not a lot of room. Porter with the steal. Poked away. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniel. Wade feeling it out a bit. Nance passes to Wade. And there's the drive. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. 6 points for Wade.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity.
Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Merrill can't hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Porter with it. McDaniels picks him up. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. The drive by Nance. That one, no good.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Right wing. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Timberwolves ahead, up by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. We've got Sam Merrill, hands out there with Porter. And it's Tyson in at power forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. So it's both teams making substitutions here. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well during that last break I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team. Coach wanted to see more urgency when it came to closing out on shooters. He said, quote, right now we're jogging at them on the perimeter. It needs to be a sprint to run them off the line. We'll see if the guys have it in them.
Thank you, Allie. Garland against Conley. Shoots over Garland. Stolen by Garland. Pass to Tyson. And stolen by Miller. Here's Edwards. Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Down low. And Reed throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Garland against Conley. Garland attacking. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 4. Edwards inside, covered by Mitchell.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
Takes a 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Randall's checked in for the Timberwolves. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Edwards kicks to Randall. Here's Mitchell going inside. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mobley against Edwards. 6 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Fires, high post. Mobley with the block.
Already a stellar defender. Mobley proving he can be relied on to anchor for this team.
Mitchell looking it over. Takes it inside. And easy 2 points on the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Stolen away. Hunter dishes to Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, man, and that is why Mitchell has won a dunk contest before. He knows how to get a few style points.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam. Brought to you by AT&T. Edwards kicks to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, softly lays it in.
And you'll never see Randall back down in a big moment. He's looking to be the guy when they need a bucket.
Now Garland. They set the pick. Hunter. Mitchell against Conley. Garland. Reed with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
See what you got. All right. Give yourself a round of applause.
Minnesota in the lead. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th.
Just outworking the shooter, keeping the shot off target and bagging the rebound.
Mitchell fires. A miss that time. That would have put him up. Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter, so they are 2 of 6.
2 minutes.
Hunter against Randall. Here's Reed. Shot clock at 5. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside Edwards. Here's McDaniel. Misses the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Minnesota making some changes. Rudy Gobert comes in for Naz Reid. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Good on the basket.
And how about Randall coming up clutch? Wow, this guy has ice in his veins.
Mitchell against DiVincenzo. And there's the dunk.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Edwards looking it over. Here's Gobert. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Garland. Now Mitchell. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Garland against Edwards. Now Randall. Now DiVincenzo launches it. Mobley there for the rebound. Now here's Garland. For the tie. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. Yeah. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they bat.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson. And as teams are grinding through their schedules, let's see how it's going out east. You look at the Pistons, they've been outstanding thus far, claiming the top spot in their conference. And, of course, Charlotte, pretty far behind right now.
Well, I think for Detroit, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Knipple. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Well, you have no concerns when he's at the free throw line. Very consistent.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man. Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? And Ball gets it to go.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Cunningham up top. Impressive scoring stats with around 27 points a game. Robinson passes to Reed, and that one is stuffed right through.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Here's Ball. That one falls. Ball's got 6.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
Stewart outside. Pass to Reed. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though.
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
Here's Cunningham. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. He had been watching highlights of the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. The coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Back over to you, Brian.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Thompson. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. Well, we always hear about the rookie wall, Grant, but some players seem to claim it's a myth.
Well, you know, B.A., I think it's real for most first-year players. Adjusting to the length and intensity of an NBA season can be exhausting, but some guys will be able to break through that wall.
Well, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
Out to Thompson. 6 to shoot. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
Pass to Knipple. The 3 from Ball. The rebound by Detroit. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
And that one, the other team could not keep up with them offensively. They were prolific.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Stewart, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And Grant, the Hornets, as of last season, with a new front office, trying to evaluate their young talent.
Yeah, tough to do when you have so many injuries. 36 different lineups last season. They need help to assess and to develop.
So Charlotte ends up going with a new group. Here's Diabate, guarded by Reed. And rejected! Robinson passes to Cunningham. There's a minute 26 left in the first. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cunningham's got his second bucket on the night.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Sexton And you look at Colin Sexton, puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
And it's a completely new group for the Pistons. Here's Jenkins, checked by Sexton. Lets the three fly. Jenkins' shot is good.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Up top man, Ivy defends. Now here's man. He's covered closely. The shot, no good. Detroit leading by 7. 23 seconds left to play in the first. And here's Ivy from the arc. James with the rebound. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Right side man, James, outside. Denied! And so it's Detroit, closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, looking at what we've seen from the Pistons, what do you think?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
They've got Jaden Ivey, Javonte Green out there with Holland, and it's Jones in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Here's Ball. Holland with the rebound. The Pistons lead by 7. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul of the game. And the Pistons with possession here. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Ivy up top. Stolen.
Can you believe that's their first turnover? Good ball security has really helped them build this lead.
And he makes it.
There are a lot of parts to Ball's game in addition to his jumper. He also can capitalize inside.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Did you see that? That was one of the best moves I've ever seen.
Picture perfect execution. He was focused and refused to be denied.
And finishes with force. Boy, you gotta love that.
Pass to Ivy. Inside. Here's Jenkins. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Hornets trail by 7. LaMelo Ball with the stuff.
I'll tell you what, the competitive spirit of Ball, I absolutely love it. This guy is relentless.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Ivy, right side. Here's Jones. And here we can check out the story for LaMelo Ball.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
He misses the free throw. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thank you very much for the report, Shams. Diabate's checked in for Charlotte. Colin Sexton comes in for Ball.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
The Pistons lead by 3. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. We have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved. But we're not finished yet. Back to you.
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's Sexton. Bridges, left side. Three-pointer. And it's Sexton. That time on the assist by Bridges. Sexton's got 5 now.
You have to admire Sexton's confidence. Fantastic initiative and understanding when to shoot off the catch.
Hey, you know what he lacks inside, he makes up for with his vertical.
And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for Charlotte. It's a 5-point game. Well, when this game is over and done with, they'll be off to Utah to take on the Jazz. That'll be the second stop of this 6-game trip. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Pistons. Detroit leading by 5. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Yes, it's good. Lanier's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
The first step of Sexton. I mean, it really helps him get to the rim.
Here's Jenkins. Check by Sexton. Here's Lanier. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Pass to Salon. And the layup is good off the glass. Salon, he's got his first bucket in this one.
Since entering the league, we've continued to see Miller grow as a playmaker.
Here's Jenkins. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
Hey, he'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
Hornets trail by 6. Here's Sexton. Lanier with the rebound. The Pistons have gotten each of their 6 shots to fall here in the second. There's a minute 26 left in the first half of basketball. The three-pointer off the mark. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Ooh, nice shot by Miller. Miller's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
The Hornets have gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. Pass to Salon. Now here's Bridges, defended by Jones. 43 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Holland can't hit. Hornets trail by 6. Sexton passes to Miller. Back to Sexton. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, I like the ruggedness that Bridges plays with. This guy's a load to stop and really can dig out those rebounds.
Pass to Jones. Here's Lanier. To the wing on the left. That shot missing. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Detroit on top, up by 4. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
On the court now with J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach, as we approach the second half, what's going to be the deciding factor?
Just maintain. I think there were some things defensively that we left on the table where we gave up some cheap ones because we didn't communicate. So we solved those. I think we give ourselves a good shot going into the half.
All right, thanks so much, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
This is where you pile up wins and move up in the standings. But these can be trap games as well. And that goes to your leadership, man. Good leaders keep you from playing down to your opponent.
So now, looking at Charlotte, they got themselves in a close battle.
They're playing too casual, not being aggressive, not getting to the line. They're doing some other things well, but not that.
You know what I'm looking at? Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I'm...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And so in the game for the Hornets, Ball is out there with James. Then it's McNeely. Then there's Brandon Miller. And it's Stallone in at the 4. Here's Jenkins. Pass to Lanier. 6 on the shot clock. Over James. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Lanier's got 8.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
During his career, we've seen LaMelo Ball score from just about everywhere, Clark.
Yeah, you know, he's really a talented player. I mean, he can make it hard on any defense. He's always in motion, and he knows what to do when he catches the basketball. And he's unpredictable in how he goes about it. He's a hard cover for sure.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Miles Bridges checked in for Salon. And taking a look at our 2K leaderboard, the best ball distributors amongst point guards. Cade Cunningham on top. And, of course, LaMelo Ball.
You know, these are the best playmakers in the NBA, guys. I mean, they're the ones who keep the offense running at full speed.
And that's the thing to me. I mean, as exceptional as their assist numbers are, it's their leadership and that ability to direct their offense. That's what makes them stand out.
Both shots good from the stripe. And one unfortunate distinction for the Hornets. Clark, the only NBA team to never win their division.
And to add to that, the second lowest number of playoff appearances after the Pelicans. And, you know, BA, with no immediate postseason prospects, Charlotte fans have to understand this is going to be a process that takes some time.
Jenkins. Yep, that one's good. Jenkins has got 11 points.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And Ball will bring it up here for Charlotte. Trailing by 4. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Thompson.
And, you know, that's their first miss after knocking down 4 in a row to start the half.
Pass to Jenkins. Ivy outside. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
Here's McNeely. There's the 3. This shot won't fall. Ivy outside. Here's the 3. Kept alive. Reed passes to Stewart. Detroit moving the ball around. Here's Jenkins. He's guarded by Bridges. Chalk up 2 there. And it's an 8-point Detroit lead.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to talk it over with his guys. in for Charlotte. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's ball. In tight, LaMelo. The Pistons lead by 6. Pass to Stewart. Ivy outside. This one for 3. Connects from downtown. Ivy's got 7 points.
Hot off the pass. Ivy has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
Stolen by Thompson. To the middle. Here's Stewart. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Back over to you.
A great passer. Allie, thanks very much for the report. For Detroit, they've gone 6 for 9 in the half. Crafty move. Jenkins misses. Hornets trail by 6. Pass to McNeely. Out to Bridges. Down low. It counts! And the foul! That one on Reed.
And Ball definitely has the passing DNA. Some of his dime drops are really sweet.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pistons.
Well, they've had no problem getting into the heart of this defense with the dribble. And they've made the most of their chances there as well.
Boy, they showed no hesitation on the mid-range game as well. I thought that was really a big key for them.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Pistons. Let's look back on this past month and see the teams who were lights out from three-point range. Second, Charlotte.
Well, a hot streak like this breeds confidence, a virtuous cycle. You see shots going down, you take that next one with extreme confidence.
Stewart outside, pass to Ivy. Drops in the layup for 2. Ivy's got 9.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
You can just see the promise Ball has. It's oozing out of him. Already a triple-double threat, and he rebounds it so well in this position. Man, the future's really bright for this young man.
Salon, he's checked in for Charlotte. Green comes in for Bridges. Ivy outside. Pass to Thompson. To the inside. It's stolen by Green. Ivy against Miller. Here's Knipple. Miller left side. Outside, Green. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. Charlotte again missing.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Ivy goes in, and he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Pass to Mann. And here's Knipple from the arc. And so it's Detroit closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Paul Reed. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Hornets trail by 9. Pass to Knippel. There's the triple. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
Good awareness there. Ball found his man with a nice kick out.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. And here's Reed. He takes it in. Boom! He jams it straight down.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Now here's Thompson, guarded closely. On the wing, Ivy. He's guarded by man. In transition. Here's Knippel. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Now that could be a major moment in this game. Just when we thought this contest might be over, a steal, a fast break, and it's hold everything time now.
Here's Ivy. Here's Reed. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Nice inside-out ball movement, keeping the defense on its toes.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. 8-point game. Stolen by Ivy. Cunningham steps on the gas. And Cunningham throws it down.
Quick hands from Ivy. Now he's able to knock it loose and create points for his team.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Well, I think this is huge for Miller's confidence. The more he scores inside, I think the more dangerous he becomes.
Cunningham against Miller. And Stewart with a basket on the assist by Cunningham. Stewart's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Cunningham outside. For 3. They get it back. Another shot. Tries to spin move. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Now Miller. Oh, the stop.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. They've led by as much as 10. Stewart outside. Shoots a 3. Bridges pulls it down. Hornets trail by 6. Now here's Miller. Tries again. Outside ball. Puts the move on. Got a hand on it. Here's Lanier. Here's Cunningham. Here's Holland. Shot clock at 6. Yes, sir! Make it in the layup.
Unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Hornets trail by 9. Ball. It's off. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Bridges. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Well, he's very dependable from that area. So Bridges, to me, should look to keep attacking when he gets the ball in this space.
And there's a pick. Here's Lanier, hounded by Ball. Stewart! Oh, the long ball, no good! Well, the Hornets shooting 60% here in the fourth quarter. Terrific efficiency.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. Good on both.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
Now here's LeVert. He's guarded closely. And there it is!
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket. Talk about coming up big. Ball not shying away from these moments.
Miller against Cunningham. 19-footer is good.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
The putback. Look at Ball with a second chance effort.
Ball delivering big time, and that's real leadership right there.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. 2 seconds.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. And he's unable to get the second one.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Now Ball. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Impressive dime by Cunningham. You know, you can tell he really loves sharing the ball, getting his guys going.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he ends up making the second. And that brings him within 5. Here's Cunningham. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. So the first one drops. And that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game. So it's Detroit with the W. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves.
The rest of that get a punch. Left wrist off, so my head stunt. Right wrist, I just did it because 600 the labor, you know how we coming. Tell them they ain't taking nothing. Standing on business with. Go get you some money. I just got off a tour, finna go on another one. Album done, finna drop me another one. Couple of M's, finna run up another one. Super Bowl ring, I had to go do. Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping up since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause he hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. Hey.
4, number 0, Dante DiVincenzo. At forward, standing 6'9", number 3, Jalen McDaniel. Standing center football from France, the Chicago Power, number 27, Rudy Gobert. At forward, 6'8", number 30, Victorious Randle.
Greg, how about this matchup we have here tonight? Two teams that really like to shoot the three.
It's going to be a shootout, Kevin. Something we see more and more of in today's NBA. I think whichever team makes more threes wins this one.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. The rim protectors standing tall for him, Mobley and Allen. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Garland. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
He had a nice open look right there.
Okay, Mr. Allen, I did not know the three-point shot was in your bag. Nicely done.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. We discussed Evan Mobley and how he wanted to defend him coming into this matchup. He said, quote, to make him settle for jumpers, we don't want him getting easy buckets or deep inside positioning. That's when you get into trouble. We'll see how good the resilience is against him tonight. Guys, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Well, one thing the fans have come to expect from Jared Allen, Doris, some acrobatic finishes.
What's amazing, Kevin, is you might be looking at the rim and there is no Jared Allen in your vicinity, and then a second later he's flying by and finishing. He's got great instincts.
Here's Edwards. Banked in off the glass. Edwards got 5 now.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
Here's Mitchell driving to the basket, and he can't jam it through. Edwards inside, covered by Mobley. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. But the All-Star game almost here. Let's see how the West is shaping up. Taking a look at Minnesota, the 4th in the conference, and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
I think for Minnesota, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt. How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Edwards, that's good.
Yeah, I thought the D might prevent him from getting a clean look, but that was the ideal time to break out the reverse.
Mitchell passes to Allen. Gobert with the block.
Boy, you have to be careful. If Gobert is in the zip code, folks, this is a great shot blocker.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Julius Randle with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And the basket by Edwards. 9 points in the game so far.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Outside Garland. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Minnesota with the rebound. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and taking it to the defense. The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And it's a completely new group for Cleveland. The free throw drops from McDaniel. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, it's been a remarkable comeback story for Lonzo Ball. He became the first player ever to undergo cartilage replacement surgery on his left knee. Now, with a role on a winning team in Cleveland, this is a great situation for a player whose IQ for the game is as good as ever.
A cagey veteran. Okay, thank you, Shams. Here's Tyson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. The Cavaliers trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's McDaniels, and finished by McDaniel.
Well, that's the defensive impact of Anthony Edwards, making the steal and setting up easy offense.
Throw on the wing. Bryant in the corner. To end the run. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Now here's DiVincenzo. His last outing we saw him pour in 22. McDaniels outside. With 1 on the clock and finished off by Gobert.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, one of the best in the business, Rudy Gobert.
Pass to Merrill. From outside, off the mark. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Stolen. Here's Merrill. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Minnesota going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchup defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So it's the Timberwolves now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
How about the strength and focus on that one? It's clear Hunter up to the challenge at finishing on a physical defense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. You know, Doris, here's a question for you. Is there a reason why we see so many point guards become head coaches?
I do believe, Kevin, obviously as a point guard, you are responsible on both ends of the floor. On the offense for knowing all of the sets and where every single guy is positioned. On the defensive end, you're the lead communicator. You are at the point of attack. So it makes perfect sense to me that they become head coaches.
Here's Ball driving in, and Ball slams it in.
And I just love the aggressiveness from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will.
DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Gobert the screen. The tray. Jared Allen grabs the miss. The Cavaliers trail by 7. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. Coach Kenny Atkinson demanding that Evan Mobley stay in attack mode the entire game. And Mobley said, I have a lot of different skill sets that I can bring to the table. Being out there and challenging myself is going to sharpen them and get them where they need to be. Back to you.
On the rise. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Ball, no good.
Well, you can see they are willing to absorb some of these open shots from this guy because obviously another miss here.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Shoots over Ball. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Cavalier. Have gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Mobley, and he banks in the layup.
And in the painted area, Mobley just so effective. Hard to cover a guy who's got that kind of size so close to the cup.
And you look at this Timberwolves roster, doors not as spread as far as the ages of their top players.
Oh, Kevin, you've got a couple of guys who are absolutely on the back nine and really walking up the fairway of number 18. And then you've got Mr. McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, 2 guys in their early 20s. But this is the fascinating part. There's a runway left, and what do they do with it?
The Cavaliers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Endorse for the Timberwolves 2 consecutive trips to the Western Conference Finals.
Kevin, this is by far the franchise's most successful era to date. But of course, they are not satisfied. Anthony Edwards desires a championship because he wants to be considered amongst the all-time greats.
Nancy's checked in for the Cavaliers. Dean Wade comes in for Evan Mobley. Here's Gobert, and slammed up by Gobert.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert is going to be terrific on the glass.
Here's Ball. Rebound, Minnesota. Randall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell the Wolves.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Then for the Cavaliers, Tyson's checked in. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Ball. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Back to Wade. Cleveland moving it around. 1:51 left to play here in the second quarter. No good. That would have tied it. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Sam Merrill. He's checked in for Cleveland. And here are the Cavaliers now. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Miller outside. Pass to Juzang. Miller surveying the floor. Reed with a screen on Wade. Miller, and then jammed down as he goes wide over Larry Nance Jr.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pass to Juzang. 5 to shoot. Here's Reed, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Reed's got his first bucket of the night. Mitchell up top, over by Conley. Ingles with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And DB with Mitchell out there on the court, we have one of the most dynamic players in the NBA.
And Kevin, let's not forget, one of the smartest as well. Donovan Mitchell played for Quinn Snyder early. He talks often about now understanding the game at a much higher level. What you love about Donovan Mitchell is he's already proven that in the playoffs he is willing to be a go-to scorer. He's committed to improving his game. He's got to continue to work at the defensive end of the floor.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ingles in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Garland. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. 6 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Mitchell. And a misplay. And a close game so far to the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Timberwolves on top, leading by 5. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm alongside Kenny Atkinson. Coach, what might you do to adjust going into the second half?
Well, first of all, shot selection's got to improve. If that doesn't improve, it's going to be a long night. But, you know, if we do get a good shot, we got to get back on defense. I think our transition defense, we're leaking too many points there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And, folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Hello, folks. Let's get right to it. First off, we'll take a look at what's happening around the league right now. The Toronto Raptors trailing the Celtics out in Boston, and they're in a difficult situation in the third quarter.
This one has not been close. Nothing to see here but carnage.
And talking about our game, Rudy Gobert has been dominant in that first half.
Playing with that high motor, beasting on the glass. He's just outworking them.
You know they say effort is a skill. Well, we're seeing that skill in action.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. The forwards are Hunter and Mobley. Darius Garland is out there with Mitchell, and it's Allen in at the 5 spot. Conley gets the bucket.
Well, the concentration required under duress of the contest. Mike Conley, easy work.
Hey, Doris, were you surprised by the success the Cavaliers had last season?
Well, Kev, I certainly expected them to be a terrific basketball team, but that win total was completely striking. But that's the unforgiving part of the business, right? Regular season success doesn't necessarily always translate.
Hunter against Miller. Hunter on the wing. He has 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Mitchell passes to Hunter. Shot clock at 6. Allen dishes to Hunter. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. With a break in the action, let's now bring up the 2K leaderboard and look at the league's top scorers over the past 10 games. The 4th spot held by Anthony Edwards.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
This one for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists now in this one. Hunter kicks to Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell's so good inside.
Don't be mistaken about that 6'1" frame. That 6'10" wingspan, 215 pounds. Look out inside.
Edwards against Garland. McDaniels outside. Stolen by Garland. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. The putback. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Edwards. Edwards just makes it look simple inside.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
For the Cavaliers. Randall outside. There's the triple. Drops in the tray. And now it's a 12-point Minnesota lead.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
That's to Wade. Merrill with the ball. No scoring in this one. And here's Randall. A 3-ball. Porter pulls it in.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
From outside the arc, Bryant on the foul.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Timberwolves leading by 10. Pass to DiVincenzo. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Porter. And there's the defensive 3-second call. You know, DB, recently we've seen Anthony Edwards reach new heights as a 3-point shooter.
Anthony Edwards has now embraced the complete analytics of the game. He is a high-volume 3-point shooter, and he's still a terror en route to the cup.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Cavaliers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. And the Cavaliers' Kenny Atkinson, Doris winning the NBA Coach of the Year in 2025.
And this was just an incredible honor for Kenny, who, of course, longtime record as an assistant coach, great player development coach, joined Steve Kerr for a time and says that experience helped take his coaching to another level. That has manifested in Cleveland.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Pass to Nance. To the wing right side. Merrill on the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Nance. And the layup's good off the glass. Nance has got it back down to single digits for Cleveland.
Well, tremendous focus by Larry Nance Jr. Under pressure, still keeps his composure.
Pass to Edwards. Randall from outside. 1:21 left in the third quarter of the game. Offensive rebound. Gobert over Wade. Nice hit again. And Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Cavaliers trying to make the most of their championship window. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, quote, "What I've learned is that this isn't forever. We're not invincible. You have to appreciate this because it doesn't come around too often. Not every locker room is like this." Guys, back to you.
Connected and driven. Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Nance, and Nance slams it in.
What I love about Larry Nance Jr. is he doesn't need the ball to be effective, but when he does get the ball, he shoots with high percentage.
Edwards inside. He's defended by Merrill. Randall left side. Looking to end his cold spell. And then Randall slams it in.
Wow, Julius Randall with a little flavor on the finish.
Porter looking it over. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Trailing by 10. Guard and off guard. Filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Out to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. And it's Gobert in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Randall with a screen for Edwards. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
Boy, after making 1 3 in the first half, he's knocked down 2 in the second.
Mitchell. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it.
Boy, he's trying to give this team a spark, but the buckets simply will not go down.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Oh, when Jared Allen gets near the basket, you just know he's going to finish with authority.
Minnesota leading by 11. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Randall finds DiVincenzo. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. Clock is at 3. Fires for 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Boy, another miss, but you have to say to his teammates, great job. They have picked him up all evening long.
Mobley against Edwards. Mobley misses. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Here's Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Darius Garland picks one up.
Anthony Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
And Edwards drops them both. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. The drive by Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Boy, you see the strides of Evan Mobley. This guy puts it on the deck and gets to the basket.
DiVincenzo kicks to Randall. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Who's got a story for us? Allie?
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Mitchell buries the 3.
Well, the revenge triple from Donovan Mitchell. That's a quick answer.
Pass to Dillingham. Stolen by Garland. And Garland with a clear path to the basket. And he trims the lead to single digits.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Conley's shot is off.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
And the layup is off. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Miller. Outside Conley. Stolen by Garland. Beyond the arc. The putback. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
Poke loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
It gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Conley fires.
Boy, the lateral quickness of Donovan Mitchell. What a solid defender.
Offensive struggles continue, missing again. It's Garland. Up top, Mobley. Mitchell. Missed on the 3.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
Conley feeling it out. Now Miller. Shot clock at 6. Miller sets a screen for Ingles. From 10 feet away, Hunter there for the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 7 and stolen by Dillingham. Outside Conley. Mobley against Ingles. 5 on the clock. He's off from 3.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Sees him with the putback.
How about the young big man, Evan Mobley, coming through in the clutch? We see you, youngster.
Timberwolves leading by 5. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Group substitution now for Minnesota. Conley against Mitchell. It's good!
He's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play. This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Gobert there for the rebound.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
Edwards looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 14. Rebounded by Allen inside. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. 7-point differential.
Come on now, folks. You know how good that is? To contest a shooter and finish the defensive play with a rebound. That is big time.
Outside Edwards. From deep. Down it goes for 3.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
And they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. Some good moments throughout this one.